Protect our sea. Protect our way of life. Protect the Bahamas. To learn how you can help, find us on Facebook at Bahamas Protected. See the future.
Right here, right now, we are on a mission.
There's all kinds of cars in the parking lot. You ain't even know where to park. Yeah, just don't park in the... Look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park him. Just don't park in the handicap spot. Yeah, that's handicap. No, you can't park in the handicap spot. I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long. Handicap spot, boy, what's going on, dog? I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way park here. I tell you we shouldn't park here. Don't get one of these things. My bar big bro, and he got a sticker inside that say this mod though. We gotta move. This is a handicap spot. That's what we gotta move. But we gotta move. Don't we can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. Prime Minister Philip Davis sworn in for a second term. Nearly 10,000 registered voters in Grand Bahama did not cast a ballot. A parliamentary consultant weighing in on the low turnout. Official recount numbers now in from constituencies across Grand Bahama.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Shalia Roll, and as always, it's a pleasure to have you with us. Topping news tonight, the swearing-in ceremony getting underway today as Prime Minister Philip Davis was officially sworn in for a second term in office. His re-election marking a historic moment for the Bahamas as voters returned an administration to office for a consecutive term for the first time in nearly 30 years. Here's more in this report.
I, Philip Edward Brave Davis, being appointed Prime Minister, do swear that I will, to the best of my judgment at all times, when so required, freely give my counsel and advice to the Governor General or any other person for the time being lawfully performing the functions of that office.
Speaking during the official swearing-in ceremony, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis describing the election outcome as a historic moment for the country, noting that for the first time in nearly 3 decades, Bahamians returned an administration to office for a consecutive term.
On Tuesday, the Bahamian people chose progress. It was both a vote of confidence in the past and a vote for ambition for our future.
The Prime Minister thanking Bahamians for renewing their confidence in his leadership, saying the mandate now gives the country an opportunity to experience the benefits of continuity in governance after decades of political change every 5 years.
To be trusted once again with the awesome responsibility of shepherding our wonderful country through the next 5 years. This moment is historic. It has been 30 years, a generation, since the Bahamian people entrusted an administration with the mantle of continuity.
PM Davis says his administration's central focus over the next term will be rebuilding community and encouraging Bahamians to take an active role in shaping the country's future. The nation's leader is also urging residents to take advantage of opportunities to learn, earn, and own while stressing the importance of personal responsibility, productivity, and national development.
I invite every single Bahamian to consider this. What part can you play in building not only a future for yourself, but also a future for the country? When we talk about providing opportunities to learn, which path can you set yourself on to strive to become your best self? When we talk about providing opportunities to earn, will you commit to full employment and productivity and not waste your God-given talents and skills?
The Office of the Prime Minister advising that a swearing-in ceremony for the Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Finance, and Attorney General will take place tomorrow, Friday, May 15th at 10 a.m. The Free National Movement confirming that F&M leader Michael Pintard will be sworn in as leader of His Majesty's Loyal Opposition on Monday, May 18th. According to a press release, the decision followed what the party described as a transparent and democratic consultation process involving the F&M's elected officers, Executive Committee, Central Council, and newly elected members. The statement noting that Pintard was unanimously endorsed to remain as leader following decisions held after the election results. For more from that press release, you can visit our ZNS Northern Service Facebook page. In other news, voter turnout across the Bahamas remained low than expected. Expanded polling divisions, voter education campaigns, and efforts by candidates and election officials to make the voting process more accessible. Jolanda Thompson-Everest reports.
Out of more than 30,000 registered voters across Grand Bahama, nearly 10,000 did not cast a ballot in the 2026 general election. Parliamentary Registration Department consultant Cecil Thompson saying just over 20,000 residents participated in the voting process, highlighting a significant gap between voter registration and actual turnout. Despite measures of accessibility and accommodations, thousands of eligible voters still chose not to participate in the democratic process.
One of the downsides of democracy is that you have a choice. Why persons did not come out in as large numbers as they came out in the prior elections. I'm talking prior to 2021. I don't have the explanation for it. We were prepared for them in Grand Bahama.
Thompson also highlighted the extensive efforts made on Election Day to accommodate voters, noting that candidates supplied residents and supporters with water, tents, and other comforts at polling sites. He adds that in anticipation of a large voter turnout, the Parliamentary Registration Department also ensured similar provisions were in place to help protect voters and keep the process running smoothly throughout the day.
We expected hot temperature like was on the advanced poll. But we were blessed. On the 12th, it was not as hot.
Thompson notes that in the final analysis, the decision to vote ultimately rests with the individual voter. He adds that one of his growing concerns is that the Bahamas could begin to mirror trends seen in more advanced democracies.
Their percentage is not high, in the 40 range. We don't want to go in that category. We like to remain in the 80s and the 90s, which is the same enthusiasm as Bahamians displays at all the rallies. We like to see that carry on to the election, on election day and in the ballot boxes.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
While the Parliamentary Registration Department conducting its recount of the results for the 2026 general election, and all 5 members of Parliament elects in Grand Bahama have officially been declared winners for their respective constituencies. Shane Stubbs tells us more in this report.
The official recount numbers for the 2026 general election results are in. 2 of the 5 seats for Grand Bahama were won by members of the elected governing administration, the Progressive Liberal Party. Member of Parliament-elect for Pine Ridge, Ginger Moxie, making history as the first candidate to win that seat consecutively in over 2 decades with a total of 1,928 votes. The Member of Parliament-elect was chosen over the Free National Movement's Dr. Charlene Reid, who secured 1,026 votes. The Coalition of Independents' Daniel Mitchell coming in with 342 votes, and independent candidate Frederick Macupine receiving 309. Also, Kingsley Smith maintaining his seat as the Member of Parliament-elect for West Grand Bahama, amassing a total of 1,997 votes over the FNM's Omar Isaacs collecting 1,207 votes, and the COI's Tony Stubbs Albury receiving 368 votes. Meanwhile, leader of His Majesty's loyal opposition Michael Pintard will return to Parliament for the Marco City constituency following his win at the polls with 2,537 votes over the PLP's Eddie Wan II, reeling in 1,428 votes, while the COI's Jillian Bartlett secured 365 votes. It was a very close race to call for the central Grand Bahama area. The FNM's Fraser Gibson would return that constituency back to the FNM by a small margin of 70 votes. Her official number of votes coming in at 1,861 over the PLP's Parkle Deal collecting 1,791 votes from residents, and the COI's Iram Lewis taking 530. And down in East Grand Bahama, the FNM's Kwesi Thompson also maintaining his seat in the Halls of Parliament, securing 2,338 votes, outlasting the PLP's Dr. Monique Pratt, taking 1,811 votes, and the COI's Dexter Edwards locking up 497 votes. Democracy had its say. And now the members of Parliament-elects for Grand Bahama will begin the task of helping to move both the island and the country forward. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
The May 12th general election not only saw the Progressive Liberal Party break a nearly 30-year political cycle, but it also marked a historic moment for women in Bahamian politics. A record number of women were elected to serve in the House of Assembly, representing their respective parties and constituencies across the country. Our Matthew Martin-Barrow has more in this report.
For the first time in Bahamian history, 9 women will sit in Parliament, accounting for nearly 22% of the total 41 seats in the House of Assembly, and the largest number since the 2000 general election that saw 8 women elected to the House. Leading the way are 7 women from the Progressive Liberal Party and 2 from the Free National Movement, following the results of the general election on May 12th. Among them, MP re-elect for Pine Ridge, Ginger Moxie for the PLP, and newly elected for Central Grand Bahama, Fraser Gibson of the FNM. Residents in Abaco expressing their thoughts about the historic occasion.
We stand there and we execute as women together.
No, ladies are focused. You can get a bunch of ladies together, they're going to get the gentlemen out.
That means 9 women in the house, things going to go really, really good. Because the women going to look out for the children, they're going to look out for the husbands, they're going to look out for all the other people that's involved.
It's another step in the country moving forward, especially given the fact that it's been proven that females who lead when it comes to being like members of parliament or anywhere when it comes to government, it's been pretty good.
In addition, residents say it speaks to the future of politics in the Bahamas, a promising vision of more women leading in the halls of Parliament.
A lot of people that say, yeah, the man have the power, but guess what? We are women. We have the power also.
Good to see females, where we level in the playing field. You know what I mean? And that is good. That is good for us. But the youths want to move forward, and they're focused not just on men. They want to see some ladies in there and see that they can make some contribution to our country.
You say 9. Oh, that's awesome. That is so awesome. So I feel like this right now, this government can be stronger. Because, you know, women got some good push behind them, you know.
For example, you know, Pia Glover, Leslie Bryce, they're well loved because they love their constituencies. So hopefully this creates a new movement for, you know, women in general to say, well, okay, I can do this as well. And they push forward to create those changes in Parliament.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martin-Barrow.
And still to come,
A plane crash survivor recounts the horrifying moments before a miraculous rescue at sea. That story, sports, and more when we come back.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison.
Need glazing replacement parts fast? Clearview Glass has you covered for window doors, showers, and hurricane shutters. Your one-stop source for all window and door hardware. And if they don't have it, they can special order it. Call Clearview Glass today at 352-7694. KMW Battery and Tires has great deals on quality motor oils, starting as low as $5.50. Keep your engine running right for less. Call 351-2595 or visit today for service you can trust.
When your body craves the water it needs, be sure to give it the best. Aroac Springs.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Seaport. Get ready for 3 powerful nights of Holy Ghost outpouring. Join Pastor Robert and Lady Rochelle Lockhart at Calvary Temple, Wednesday, May 20th to Friday, May 22nd, 7 p.m. nightly, featuring powerful ministry from Prophet Rob DeLuca out of Orlando, Florida, Pastor Wilberforce Okumu from Umbala, Uganda, and dynamic worship with Calvary Temple Praise Team, May 20th through 22nd, 7 p.m. nightly, climaxing Sunday, May 24th at 10 a.m. This is your encounter.
Mother's Day is right around the corner, and if you're thinking about what to get her this year, make it something that lasts. At Connect Bahamas, we transform everyday spaces into something that's truly special. From custom cabinets and elegant countertops to tiles, premium flooring, windows, and doors. And just in time for Mother's Day, Connect Bahamas is back with our 35% off Mother's Day sale happening April 16th through May 16th. This is your moment to upgrade her home. Visit us today and take advantage of the savings.
Welcome to Grand Bahama Tiles post Mother's Day pop-up sale. This Thursday and Friday, enjoy 15% off store-wide. Come in and see our new arrivals of outdoor and indoor tiles with new designs and textures. There's something special waiting just for you. Just 2 days only. Call them at 352-7920. Restrictions apply.
Number 1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. A passenger on board the aircraft traveling from Leonard Thompson International Airport to Grand Bahama is recounting the horrifying moments before the pilot was forced to land the plane in waters off coast of Fort Pierce. The incident unfolding on Tuesday, May 12th, as newly released footage now shows the dramatic rescue efforts. Romiko Knowles has the details in this report.
A short 20-minute flight from Leonard Thompson International Airport to Grand Bahama turned into a terrifying ordeal for 11 people on board an aircraft after the pilot encountered severe weather on Tuesday, May 12.
He said he was trying to duck the storm.
Olympia Alton was one of the passengers on board. She says the pilot managed to navigate out of the storm clouds.
He said, y'all look around to see if y'all see land. And everybody, me and my 2 sons, we were saying, yes, we see land. And he was saying he see land. But all the time, it just was the cloud. The cloud would look like land. But all the time, water was around us.
The pilot, Ian Nixon, a 43-year-old aviator with more than 25 years of experience, told an international media outlet that the aircraft lost both engines, communication, and avionics during the emergency. Nixon said he declared an emergency with aviation authorities before making the decision to ditch the aircraft into the ocean off the coast of Fort Pierce.
I thought we was dead. because all I see was more dark water around us. And I keep on telling them, I say, Lord, save us, Lord, save us.
After spending nearly 5 hours in the water, help finally arrived. U.S. military officials who were conducting a training exercise in the area responded to the distress call, with dramatic rescue footage now released.
And they circle and circle and circle. And then when they circle the last circle, that's when they drop the other rest of the lifeboat inside the water for us. And then the Marine, then they came, they dived down, come down, and they saved all of us.
3 of the 11 people on board suffered minor injuries. Pilot Ian Nixon is now being hailed a hero for his actions during the emergency landing. As for passenger Olympia Outen, she says it is an experience she will never forget.
I say, yes, we get saved, yes, we get saved. And Erika said, you gotta sit down so you don't fall on. I said, just about me, I asked her.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Ramiko Knowles.
In news from the Crime Beat, police in Abaco are investigating an armed robbery that occurred early Wednesday morning in Dundas Town. Shortly before 2:45 a.m., a man reported to Marsh Harbor Police Station that he was attacked by 2 men as he exited his vehicle at his residence. One of the suspects was reportedly armed with a firearm. The victim was beaten and robbed of $945 in cash, a gold ring valued at $300, and a black Samsung cell phone. One suspect was described as wearing a gray hoodie and the other jeans. The suspect fled the scene in an unknown direction. The victim was advised to seek medical attention. Police investigations continue. We salute our Facebook friend of the night, Sylvanus Bethel. We hope you enjoyed your day. Stay with us. Sports is up next with Shane Stubbs.
See news in the making? Call us at 352-9713 or 359-5167, or you can email us at zns3news@gmail.com.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Welcome to Grand Bahama Tile's post-Mother's Day pop-up sale. This Thursday and Friday, enjoy 15% off store-wide. Come in and see our new arrivals of outdoor and indoor tiles with new designs and textures. There's something special waiting just for you. Just 2 days only. Call them at 352-7920. Restrictions apply.
Looking for the perfect place to feed your animals? Welcome to Jordy's Chicken Feed and Pet Supply, your one-stop shop for everything your animals need. From premium dog food like Bully Max, Diamond, Diamond Naturals, Taste of the Wild, Hill Science Diet, and Victor, to chicken feed, bird supplies, puppy and kitten replacement milk, cat food, and more. We've got it all. We also carry crates and cages for dogs, rabbits, and hamsters, built for comfort and care. Conveniently located at the Raven Mall next door to Glamorous You Makeup and Skincare Center. Visit us Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Jordy's Chicken Feed and Pet Supply. Feed your animals the right way.
Boy, where you going with this chicken? Jordy, look out.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Welcome to the ZNS Total Sports Game, everyone. I'm Shane Stubbs. The lights were bright at the Freeport Rugby Club as the LWA Wolverines secured a bounce-back win over the Overtime Lady Elites 12-0 in Grand Bahama Flag Football Friday Night Lights action.
It's a win that we've been working hard for and we've had on our mind since the last loss. So we just had our mindset to come bigger and better. And I think that's what our girls did. We executed from the beginning to the end, and we just played our hearts out. We have a good team. Definitely one that's looking forward to going to the championship and becoming victorious.
On the men's side, the Buccos 3 Links Bad Boys took on the Freeport Container Port Stalkers. The points came in bunches for the Bad Boys as they lead wire to wire, getting the 46-0 W. And in the final game of the night, the defending champion Sky's Limit Rock Boys went head-to-head with the Fidelity Bulldogs. The Rock Boys defense would only give up 6 points in this one in their 31-6 win. The Friday Night Light schedule continues at the Freeport Rugby Club Friday, May 15th, with the Connect Shipping Jets taking on the Stalkers in men's action. And on the women's side, the Arena Vixens go up against the Wolverines. Kickoff time is at 7. In high school soccer, the BMES Warriors got a much-needed win over the Sunland Stingers to keep their playoff hopes alive with a 5-0 victory.
We still need to depend on LIS to beat Georges for us to go through to the playoffs. So it was imperative that we won by at least 3 goals clear, and we won 5-0. So at least we did what we were supposed to do. We gave ourselves a chance. Now it's only up to the results of this game to see if we can go through to the playoffs.
I talk about an answered prayer because the LIS Buccaneers would do just that. It was a close call between them and the St. George's Jaguars as the Bucs survived that one with a 4-3 win. And overall, Bimini, the third overall pick of last year's NBA draft and Philadelphia 76ers standout, VJ Edgecombe returned home Wednesday for some well-deserved rest and relaxation after a stellar rookie season. Edgecombe would receive a warm welcome at the South Bimini Ferry Dock, where it was all love from the crowd of Biminites. Edgecombe is coming off a season where he was a runner-up in the Rookie of the Year voting and featured a few historic milestones in the regular season and playoffs. And that's your Sports Fix this evening. Your local forecast is next. I'm Shane Stubbs. And remember, small actions lead to remarkable transformation.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Cause it's so beautiful.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Welcome to Grand Bahama Tile's post-Mother's Day pop-up sale. This Thursday and Friday, enjoy 15% off store-wide. Come in and see our new arrivals of outdoor and indoor tiles with new designs and textures. There's something special waiting just for you. Just 2 days only. Call them at 352-7920. Restrictions apply.
Hello, my name is Carolyn. I'm from the store Luxury Habits in Port Lucaya Marketplace. We're on the main street, second store as you come in. It's an accessory store that specializes in handbags, designer handbags, totes, clutches, phone cases, jewelry, bangles, rings, just a large variety of accessories, designer accessories, from T-shirts to swimwear, which would be swimsuits for the ladies, shorts for the guys, T-shirts, just a large variety of designer products. If you're looking for something special, we have it here. Just come and check us out.
to jump on your health and fitness goals with the Fitness Connections Transformation Challenge. We've already helped hundreds of people get closer to their health and fitness goals and achieve awesome results like you see here. You can scan the QR code to find out more. But let me tell you what all comes with the challenge. One, you get 20% off coupons to the Fitness Connection every 2 weeks. You get coaching calls with us on Zoom. You get accountability, us checking in on you. And you also get the chance to win $1,000 and other prizes if you are the winner. So what do you have to lose? $50, you can have a chance to win $1,000 and get the body of your dreams. So scan the code now, sign up. We're here to help you.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Shalia Roll. Thanks so much for watching. Here's a live look at the Bahamas Tonight coming your way next.
I don't know, but there's all kind of cars in the parking lot. You ain't even know where to park. Yeah, just don't park in the... Look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park him. Just don't park in the handicap spot. Yeah, that's handicap spot. No, you can't park in the handicap spot. I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long. Handicap spot, boy, what's going on, dog? I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way parking, bro. I tell you we shouldn't park here. Don't get one of these things. My bad, big bro. And he got a sticker inside to say this mother. We gotta move. This is a handicap spot. That's what we gotta move. But we gotta move. Don't. We can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, Philip Davis takes the oath of office as Prime Minister for the second consecutive term, citing concerns over voter apathy. Plus, the Commonwealth Observer Group releases its preliminary findings of the May 12th general election. We have the details of its commendation and concerns. And over 100 Haitian nationals sent back home. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight. Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, today took the oath of office and accepted his instruments of appointment for a second consecutive term during a swearing-in ceremony at Government House. Mr. Davis reiterating his campaign pledge for a blueprint to progress, noting that it won't be easy and it will require all hands on deck. Corval Pyfram leads us off tonight.
I, Philip Edward Brave Davis, being appointed Prime Minister, do swear that I will, to the best of my judgment at all times, when so required, freely give my counsel and advice to the Governor General.
A packed Government House ballroom filled with family, friends, prominent figures from the judiciary, clergy, and business communities, along with other newly and re-elected parliamentarians, there for the historic swearing-in of the Honorable Philip Davis for a second time as Prime Minister. An overflow crowd spilling on to the outdoor balcony.
I give thanks and praise to Almighty God for bringing us to this moment. Through Him, all things are not only possible, but can be manifest.
In his remarks, Mr. Davis expressed gratitude to his supporters, extended an olive branch to his opponents, and urged the country as a whole to work along with his government. Though securing a second term, he recognized that voter turnout this election was shockingly low.
This decline in voter participation is already being seen around the region and indeed the world. Friends, I do not want our country to follow others down that path.
And he committed himself and his administration to expanding citizen participation.
And so, in this next term, I take it as my central mission the need to do all that we can to rebuild that feeling of community, to rebuild an active sense of society.
Mr. Davis acknowledged his faith as playing a central role in his decision-making, and recognizing the gravity of the road ahead, he asked for the nation's prayers for his government.
Finally, I pray, as I did when I took office in 2021, and renew my vows to the country by repeating the prayer of St. Francis. Make me the instrument of your peace. Where there is discord, let me bring union. Where there is doubt, let me bring faith. Where there is despair, let me bring hope. And where there is sadness, let me bring joy. God bless you. God bless the Congress of the Bahamas.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
Well, for the first time since his stunning election defeat in Freetown, former National Security Minister Wayne Munro is speaking publicly by reflecting on the end of his 5-year parliamentary career and one of the most closely watched losses of the 2026 general election. That story tonight from our Altavis Munnings.
The Progressive Liberal Party's former Member of Parliament for Freetown, Wayne Munro, says he's disappointed he will no longer represent this constituency for the upcoming 5 years, but admits he's not devastated or demoralized by it.
Freetown is my ministry. I was sent there by the late Archbishop Gomez. I continue to be there a quarter of a century later.
And despite the sting of losing his coveted House of Assembly seat, the senior politician says he's been consoled by many constituents who thanked him for his service.
It was really comforting for people who I have helped over the 5 years and beyond to see that they feel a need to comfort me. It's as if they took it harder than I did. But to hear feedback that people appreciate what you did is very heartening and comforting. But the commencement of the free breakfast program, the computer labs, the assisting people with medical problems, assisting people with scholarships, that, in my mind, is what you're supposed to do. And if you want to call it campaigning, that's campaigning. And so Mr. Fox, his daughter Adriana, and I, when we went about motorcading with loud noise, that was electioneering. Campaigning is the work we've done in the community for 2 decades plus.
Munro, who prior to Parliament's dissolution served as leader of government business in the lower chamber, offered this advice to his successor.
Try to be a man of your word. Do not promise things that you cannot deliver. And as so far as I ran my programs, you do things to help the many, not the few.
When asked about a cabinet post in the Davis administration 2.0, Munro only revealed that he's been told something will happen at 10 a.m. on Friday and won't be able to reveal any information until an official announcement has been made. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altavis Munnings.
Well, meantime, for a third consecutive time, Chester Cooper has been re-elected to represent the twin constituency of Exuma and Ragged Island, which he admits has not been easy.
A campaign is always a brutal experience. Notwithstanding what the polls say, you must continue to go in and win the hearts and the minds of the people, and that's what we all have had to do. This is an historic moment. We are the first government in decades to do 2 straight. I believe the Bahamian people saw our work. They liked our work. They judged us based on what we delivered. 325 out of the 387 commitments in the Blueprint for Change. That spoke to our delivery for and on behalf of the people. And therefore, here we are today. I am pleased to have an opportunity to continue to serve, to shape national policy, and to work closely with Prime Minister Davis.
Now, Cooper is one of several cabinet ministers scheduled to take the oath of office on Friday. On the other side of the political divide, the future of the Free National Movement is under a microscope as questions grow over unity, direction, and the path forward following its recent election loss. Our Leah Cooper sat down with a former cabinet minister for a frank assessment of that party's current state.
Voters handed the Free National Movement a major rejection at the polls Tuesday, and as the party considers a way forward, former Deputy Prime Minister Desmond Bannister weighs in on where he believes the official opposition should shift its focus.
I have nothing against Mr. Pintard, I want to make that clear. But I believe firmly that if you lose an election,
you step aside.
The party chose Michael Pintard as leader in November 2021, just 2 months after the FNM's crushing election loss. Since then, the FNM has tried to distance itself from former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis, insisting it's a new FNM under new leadership.
The party made a serious mistake when it distanced itself from Dr. Minnis. It may also made a serious mistake when it turned him down for a nomination. And I'll tell you why. Even though he did not win his seat in Killarney, in every constituency in this country, there are people who made the determination that they would not vote for the FNM because they perceived that the party treated him unfairly.
Is a sharp contrast to former Prime Minister Hubert Ingram's comments on Thursday in a local daily, charging that the FNM is still hurting from mistakes made under the Minnis administration. But Bannister says many in the party also felt slighted.
There are a group of FNMs now who form a group called the Round Table. And these are people who have campaigned in the FNM all their lives. They were responsible for some of the PLP candidates winning this election because they led those campaigns. They felt that their party had put them out. Whoever leads the FNM now has to go back and reconcile with those people.
Ultimately, Bannister says he's confident the FNM sitting MPs has what it takes to lead the party into a new chapter.
I believe all of them are going to be outstanding in Parliament.
In the end, Bannister says the FNM's future will depend on whether it can rebuild trust, reconcile with its disaffected members, and reconnect with voters on the ground before deciding its next leader. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Desmond Bannister comments coming just ahead of a statement from the Free National Movement endorsing Michael Pintard to remain at the helm of that party. And this following what the FNM calls a transparent and democratic consultation. Party officials say their singular focus is holding the new administration fully accountable to the Bahamian people. Mr. Pintard will officially take the oath of office on Monday during a formal swearing-in ceremony at Government House. Coming up, another round of repatriations. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. More news in a moment.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and everybody watching from Nassau. Tonight, we welcome a star. So please join me in welcoming the barbecue rap star, star of the show.
KFC, it's finger licking good.
JMC Gaming and JS Events present the 3rd annual Come Go With Me Turks and Caicos Concert Weekend, July 2nd through 4th, featuring from the Bahamas, Gino D, D-Man, and KB. And from the TCI, Gemma, Barbara Johnson, Jack Nasty, Mikey and Kool-Aid. Backed by the Provision Band. Music by TCI's Most Wanted, DJ Shay. Hosted by Super P. And get ready for a Toast of Jamaica, featuring the international artist, Tyrus Riley. Oh, it's my day. Backed by Dean Fraser and the Black Soil Band. It's the 3rd annual Come Go With Me Turks and Caicos Concert Weekend, July 2nd through 4th. Ticket location, Nels Variety, Elite Sports Bar, Basic Essential, and Express Gas Station. For info, contact 649-231-0018 or 649-231-3862. Come go with me. Go with me. Go with me. Go with me.
You're looking at a shot above the ever-popular Porter-Ski dock heading towards East Bay Street, and that shot courtesy of our drone pilot, Shane Gibson. Welcome back. Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson confirming to reporters this morning that the challenges experienced on advance poll late last month were resolved, leading to a smooth poll day on Tuesday. While less than 150,000 of nearly 210,000 votes were cast, 2 days later, the recounting continues.
We're still waiting some ballots from the Family Island, the boxes from the Family Island. Actually, we completed Nassau last night, and the Family Islands are coming in today. Actually, I have to leave in a few minutes to go collect some of the ballot boxes. We live in a democratic society, and everyone has a right to feel if they feel like they want to see judgment. So we'll wait to see what happens in that case.
And while the parliamentary commissioner had predicted a voter turnout of between 80 and 90%, as with a number of other Caribbean countries, voter apathy prevailed.
I'm a bit surprised that the voter turnout was that low, because the energy seems to be a little higher than that. But I guess the Caribbean people, there's a lot of challenges. I think and they decided to stay away from the poll. I'm not sure why.
In related news, an international observer team is certainly praising the Bahamas for a peaceful general election, but warning that several long-standing issues with the country's electoral system still need to be addressed. Leah Cooper has more on this.
The Commonwealth Observer Group says the Bahamas' 2026 general election was largely peaceful and well organized, but not without serious areas for improvement. Former Jamaican Prime Minister Bruce Golding, who led the delegation, says while voters turned out in good order, the electoral system still faces structural and operational challenges that must be addressed.
The group notes the continuing absence of a statutory framework governing the registration of political parties and the regulation of political contributions and campaign expenditure. This gap continues to undermine accountability and contributes to public cynicism regarding the influence of money in politics.
The report highlights long-standing concerns about electoral administration, including the composition of the constituencies commission, which it says may create a perception of bias, and there's a previous recommendation for an independent body to oversee election management. There's also a recommendation for campaign finance reform.
We strongly reiterate the call of previous Commonwealth observer groups for the enactment of comprehensive campaign finance legislation. 10 years after this recommendation was first made by the Commonwealth Observer Group of 2017, its implementation has become, in our view, even more urgent.
The group also praised the introduction of biometric voters' cards.
We recommend that the paper card be retired and the biometric card be made a requirement for future elections.
While Election Day itself was described as peaceful and professional, observers flagged issues during the advance poll, including long lines, limited capacity, and logistical challenges that left some voters waiting for extended periods. The report also points to concerns about media balance, social media misinformation, and what it describes as gaps in regulation around campaign finance and political conduct. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Meantime, come Friday, CARICOM's 9-member state electoral team will leave the Bahamas after its 10-day mission to observe the May 12th general election here. During that time, the team sat and spoke with several stakeholders, met with the media, and expressed concern over the integrity of the voters' registration, the preparedness of the Parliamentary Registration Department, logistical deficiencies during the advance poll, the independence of the PRD and Boundaries Commission, the issuance of fraudulent voter identification cards and passports, inadequate civic and voter education, the PRD's inadequate communication, campaign financing, as well as youth engagement. The team concluded, though, that on Election Day, electors were able to exercise their right in a peaceful and orderly manner. Poll workers performed their duties professionally, and the police maintained law and order at the polls. CARICOM observers considers the results of the 2026 elections here in the Bahamas to be in keeping with the will of the Bahamian people. On the state of the country's economy after another election cycle, the focus of this week's Rotary Club of West Nassau meeting. The group welcoming UB's Assistant Professor of Economics, Rupert Pinder, who predicted that the geopolitical tensions in the Middle East could possibly drive up inflation. He also touched on the impact of reserves by commercial banks.
So already you're seeing some impact in terms of inflation, et cetera, and so on and so forth. So that is obviously one of the items that we'll be discussing today. The other aspect of my presentation will center on the amount of reserves that are held by the commercial banks. So there's like in excess of $3 billion that the commercial banks are sitting on in terms of excess liquidity. And to the extent to which they have a lot by way of excess liquidity in the banking system, one of the issues that obviously that we have to address is the issue of housing. And one of the ways that you can address the issue of housing is to the extent that perhaps the bank can take on more risk in terms of on lending to the private sector.
Pinder went on to say that despite uncertainty in the global economy, the Bahamas is in a good position to do well, as there's still a lot more opportunities for which it can take advantage.
I do believe that there is a lot of growth potential with respect to the tourism sector in the country, particularly in terms of expansion of tourism in the Family Islands. I think that is one of the areas which augurs well for the economy. The other thing I talked about is that to the extent to which we still have a lot of liquidity sitting in the banking system, to the extent that we can unlock that. And I think to the extent that we can address some of those two key issues, I think we will be on the path to even achieve stronger growth rates.
In other news this evening, we can tell you tonight that the Grade 3 GLAT examinations scheduled for tomorrow, May 15th and May 18th, have been declared null and void after a breach of GLAT papers. A new date will be determined according to a statement from the Ministry of Education. Well, the government continuing its efforts to rid the country of illegals. Today, the latest group of migrants who entered the country illegally were repatriated to Port-au-Prince from the Lyndon Pinling International Airport. Fern Carey reports.
The repatriation exercise got underway shortly after 8 a.m. Thursday, with over 100 Haitian migrants, including women and children, who were detained at the Carmichael Road Detention Center, loaded onto buses and transported to the Lyndon Pinling International Airport. Chief Immigration Officer Shanori Francis said the group included migrants who were arrested for various offenses.
The majority of persons would have overstayed their landed time in the Bahamas. Few are for illegal landing. We may have one or two for other matters, special investigations that have included. Some 107 migrants, inclusive of 80 males, 22 females, and 5 minor female children.
At the airport, immigration officers and migrants waited on the tarmac as airport and Bahamas Air officials double-checked the documentation before giving the green light for the migrants to board the plane. Immigration officers also boarded, providing security during the repatriation exercise.
This Bahamas Air flight behind me will be taking off in just a few minutes, arriving in Cap Haitian in just under 2 hours. Once there, the individuals on board will be processed by local officials.
The children, unaccompanied minors, are going to be turned over to Child Welfare Services so that they are properly processed and all the steps are taken to ensure their safety. The adults, they're going to be turned over to immigration in Haiti. They will be processed, identified, and turned back into the general public.
Immigration officials say the repatriation exercises will continue amidst ongoing efforts to safeguard the country's borders. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Well, those 11 passengers aboard that aircraft that crashed off the coast of Florida on Tuesday are praising the U.S. Coast Guard and Air Force for their successful search and rescue effort. According to the Aircraft Accident Investigation Authority, the flight departed Marsh Harbor, Abaco's Leonard Thompson International Airport en route to the Grand Bahama International Airport in Freeport and subsequently crashed in the vicinity of Vero Beach, Florida. Grateful for prayers during this tense moment, Bahamian passenger Olympia Outen detailed her experience at a press conference in Orlando this morning. She shared that at some point, the pilots aboard the flight got lost and a decision was made to land the plane in the ocean.
We was out there for 5 hours. We was in a little storm. No one rain was beating on us. We thought no one would have saw us. But I thank God for the U.S. Marines. They saw us and they saved us. And I keep on telling them, I say, Lord, save us, Lord, save us. When they circle the last circle, that's when they drop the other rest of the lifeboat inside the water for us. And we pulled the lifeboat and we separated so the boat couldn't sink because water was done getting inside the boat we was in. Water was done getting in there, so we started to keep bailing out so we wouldn't sink. And then the Marine, then they came, they dived down, come down, and they saved all of us. And I appreciate that.
This portion of the news is brought to you by folk called Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Marco's, we make it better. Better ingredients, better flavors, better quality. A signature sauce that families have always counted on. We are not only serving your family, but our families too. 2 medium, 1 topping pizzas with center squares or cheesy bread for just $29.95. When you want pizza you can trust, choose Marco's. Your family deserves the best. Marco's Pizza, crafted with heart and proudly shared with love.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Near, far, where can I get 3 flavors in one pizza?
In here, at Little Caesars.
Ahoy! Then I'll take it for a great price.
It's not madness, it's Little Caesars. Pizza.
3 flavors, 1 happy you for just $11 VAT inclusive. Now available at all 5 of our locations. Little Caesars Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street Pineapple Plaza, Charles Saunders Highway, and 1 East Plaza. It's not madness, it's Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Well, guess who's back in the building? Royston and Marlena, of course, who join us live for a sneak peek of what's coming up in Access Now.
Makashla, I'm so happy to not be alone anymore. We got the other pilot back.
Sorry to leave you.
Welcome back.
Thank
for
you.
sure. Yes, you were missed by everyone.
Appreciate that very much. Very much.
We've got a fun show coming up tonight, but I know you had a question.
I did. I was thinking about coming back today and thinking, what do I wear? Is it appropriate now after the election? And everything's done and settled. When can you start wearing primary colors again? The reds, the yellows, the blacks.
Yeah.
When is it appropriate to do that now?
I don't know. It's a good question for the public. I got some stuff hanging up in my closet waiting for its time to shine again.
Send me a comment or something.
Yes, send some comments in. Let us know. But as for tonight's show, we're going to be learning all about edutainment, so education and entertainment at the same time, adventure through the arts. And if you're looking for something to do this weekend, that just might be the answer.
It's always good to have an innovative way to get children to learn.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, stay with us in Bahamas tonight. The National Report continues after this.
Tasha, what you saying? Girl, right here, rushing to cash, J.S. Johnson. I gotta renew my insurance. Oh, I with JSJ too, but I don't wait in line. I stay online. Stop it. How you do that?
Just email info@jsjohnson.com and say, sign me up for an online service center. They'll reach out and hook you up. You ain't never got to stand in line again.
Amen to that.
Save time. Pay online. Sign up for J.S. Johnson's online service center today.
Insurance, peace of mind.
A household name carries a lot of approval. And when you're shopping for household, you need a household name. For 50 years, Bahamas Welding and Fire has been a household name in outdoor grills and kitchen appliances. Need to beautify that yard space for your grill? BWF has it covered. For the industrial worker, you can find a complete line of tools and safety equipment. For the welder of any level or budget, you can find the right machinery to power everything. There's no shortage on power with a wide array of generators, and safety is everyone's responsibility. Find everything needed to protect everyone on the worksite. Over 40,000 square feet of shopping space in a convenient location. Bahamas Welding and Fire. We're more than just our name. Located number 13 Wilton Street.
Bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong.
And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Good to go. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat and it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat and it's good to grow.
This is the 5th annual Taste and Tell event, the biggest and the best so far. Bahamians are clearly beginning to understand that we have processors that are creating sauces and jams and jellies and peppers and peanut butters and all manner of processed items to rival that which we are importing into this country. So as the Bahamian public becomes more and more aware, the more demand that there are on grocery stores to have these processed items on their shelf. And we're so happy about that.
The object of the Taste and Tell is to ensure that as a society, as a country, that we are self-sufficient. Our processors are doing a wonderful job in processing. And look, the ultimate goal is to put products on the shelf.
Taste and Tell is always a privilege. I think they do a really good job. I know Ms. Burroughs Country does a really good job of organizing. It's good exposure for small business owners like myself, small agribusiness processors. Really good exposure, really good atmosphere to test out new products. Like I had a hot honey today, and I'm totally sold out.
I participated in the very first expo that BAIC had with the Taste and Tell. I had great reception there. I come here 4 years later, and I still have a great reception. So the products are moving. I'm loving that. I don't like the heat much, but guess what? It's worth every bit of it. Interacting with new customers and seeing people trying my products.
It almost gives like a little mini regatta feel. So if you didn't make it to Exuma Regatta today, this would have been the perfect time to come on out to have that regatta feel.
The Prime Minister and Governor General making history today. We'll tell you how.
Plus, some advice for voters suffering from anxiety. Details straight ahead.
Also, the Cancer Society receives a financial boost. Stay close for that.
And in sports, the GSSA sudden death playoffs continue.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Roy St. Jones.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Now, today marked another moment in our country's democratic process as Prime Minister-elect Philip Davis was sworn in. A day filled with ceremony, history, and the beginning of a new chapter in national leadership.
And beyond the formality of ceremony, days like this always carry a certain weight to them. With the campaigning done and the victory in hand, the responsibility and the expectations of a country looking ahead quickly take center stage.
Absolutely, and the days ahead is also a time for the country to come together. Let's dive right into the news. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis has made history in a number of ways. His win for a second consecutive term this week ended a nearly 30-year cycle of single-term administrations. Additionally, Mr. Davis is the first Deputy Prime Minister to ascend to the office of Prime Minister. And history also made today when Governor General, the Most Honorable Dame Cynthia Pratt, a former Progressive Liberal Party Deputy Prime Minister as well, administered the oath of office to Mr. Davis.
I, Philip Edward Brave Davis, being appointed Prime Minister, do swear that I will, to the best of my judgment at all times, when so required, freely give my counsel and advice to the Governor General or any other person for the time being lawfully performing the functions of that office. For the good management of the public affairs in the Bahamas, and I do further swear that I will not on any account at any time whatsoever disclose the counsel, advice, opinion, or vote of any particular minister or parliamentary secretary, and that I will not, except with the authority of the Cabinet, and to such extent as may be required for the good management of the affairs of the Bahamas, directly or indirectly, reveal the business or proceedings of the Cabinet or the nature of content or contents of any documents communicated to me as Prime Minister or any matter coming to my knowledge in my capacity as such.
Well, if you're feeling the jitters, anxiety, and maybe even exhaustion during this post-election season, one local psychiatrist is offering up some tips on how you can woo-saw and detox from the past charged-up weeks. Our West Calix Forbes has more.
Election day draws closer. For many Bahamians, the stress goes beyond politics. Questions surrounding job security, personal connections, and uncertainty about the future are creating emotional tension across the country.
There is so much riding on elections for so many people. There are societal positions. There are positions in their workplace. There are financial security as well. And then also just economic safety. Different governments have different views and beliefs. So some people may believe that there may be economic instability. Also, for a woman, some governments may put more emphasis on the safety and women's rights, but it depicts what voters are going through, right? So they have increased anxiety, and which can actually cause symptoms, physical symptoms, not just mental symptoms. So persons have issues sleeping. They may have headaches, muscle tension as well, difficulty concentrating, and just an overall panic or fear of the future and doom and gloom.
Psychiatrist Dr. Petra Forbes says the anxiety is affecting not only voters, but also candidates, as political hopefuls face intense public pressure, criticism, and the challenge of trying to please everyone during the season.
One, they experience stress and burnout from either always canvassing and campaigning, so their sleep, their quality of life is impacted. Secondarily, some candidates experience financial abuse, and we do not talk about it often, but some persons expect you to do X, Y, or Z, and financial abuse is abuse.
But despite the growing tension, Dr. Forbes is reminding candidates and the wider public that protecting their peace and mental well-being matters as well, sharing that no one can be everything to everyone. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm West Calix Forbes.
Focusing on physical and mental health, of course, is so important. Thanks so much, Wes. Meanwhile, to celebrate the Bahamas Cancer Society's 50th anniversary, the Water and Sewerage Corporation recently donated $5,000 to Society's recent ball. General Manager Robert Deal said the corporation is proud to support a legacy of hope as the corporation celebrates its Golden Jubilee under the theme 50 Years of Nation Building, the Future Flows Through Us. Of course, stay with us right after the break. More Access Now right here.
And you've got your Diane Dorsett with your Access weather forecast, so stay close.
One When students of the C.W. Sawyer Primary School hear that sound, they know it's story time. The school recently celebrated Literacy Month. Here's Senior Mistress Tara DeVoe.
Our school this year, we use reading the book Paddington in Peru. And the book is usually associated with a movie which the children get to watch at Atlantis at the end of the month. Every day is an assigned chapter. So during the SOAR reading period, our boys and girls will be read to either by their teacher or guest readers, or even parents. We want to foster a love for reading. I know during the reading block or reading periods in class, we know the children may have this perception that, oh, we're reading just to learn something, or we're reading because we have to read as a class. But we want children to just take a book and enjoy it. Open books and the wonderful world that's out there when you open books. Just reading for pleasure. Then we want to foster that with our boys and our girls. We do have some competitions that are going on. We have a composition competition that's going to be launched on Monday. We also have a book log competition where we're encouraging boys and girls to read as many books as possible. And there's a competition there, so there's a prize going to be awarded to the child who reads the most books.
Deputy Head Girl Esther Honorat says she's soaking it all up during her last months at her beloved school.
Reading is very important because reading is all around us. We have authors, writers, and we read lots of books. So that's why I love this Literacy Month, because it just shows how important reading is, and reading is important to everybody.
I'm Adama Williams for Ed Talk.
Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
Of May, Friday Junior, and it's time for your Access weather forecast. So let's see how our weather is shaping up over the next few days. We got off to a wet start today, and that's going to persist for the rest of the week. Looking at our satellite picture, we're seeing broken to overcast skies across most of the country due to a frontal boundary at mid-level troughing now over the northwest Bahamas and moving southward. As a result, like I said, showers and thunderstorms can be expected in spots, especially near the frontal boundary. Now, temperature-wise, the heat stays on this week. Temperatures in the mid to upper 80s will keep things hot and humid, so remember to drink plenty of water and stay in shaded areas when you can. Now, overall waters for all areas tonight and tomorrow will get winds that are light and variable, seas at 1 to 3 feet, a low tide at 1:06 in the morning, followed by a high tide at 6:56. Then on Saturday for all areas, easterly winds at 12 to 18 knots, seas at 3 to 6 feet, a high tide at 7:48 in the morning, followed by a low tide at 1:35 in the afternoon. It is time now for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. Temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance, and that wraps up your Access weather forecast. But join me again at 11 for a full weather update. Have a great evening, everyone.
As always, thanks so much, Diane. Of course, stay with us.
Sports with Amajal Knowles is up right after this break.
Take your business to the next level by joining the Tourism Development Corporation's Tourism Business and Products Registry. This registry will act as a hub for all Bahamian tourism-related ventures across the blue, green, and orange economies, ensuring that our entrepreneurs get the support, access, and connections they need to help develop a stronger business and ultimately a stronger industry. Join now at tdcbahamas.com.
inside a world of adventure with Mandalorian and Grogu at Burger King. See The Mandalorian and Grogu, only in cinemas.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, Shop Smart, that's Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Diabetic eye disease is caused by changes in the blood vessels of your retina. This disease is the most common cause of vision loss among patients with diabetes and is the leading cause of blindness and visual impairment in working-age adults. Symptoms of diabetic eye disease can include floaters in your vision, blurred vision, fluctuating vision, impaired color vision, or generalized loss of vision. Smoking can quadruple your risk of progression of this disease. Bottom line is, smoking will cause you to go blind faster with diabetes. So quit smoking. Also, for expectant mothers who are diabetic, it is very important that you have your eyes examined during pregnancy, as rapid changes can occur in your eyes during pregnancy. And remember, good eye health is a combined effort between your eye care team, your medical doctors, and you, the patient.
This public service announcement is brought to you by the Public